Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the live edition of Arts for the Schools. This is our first time trying out something live, so lots of things could go wrong. We'll see what they are. So let's get started. So I am Doug DeVore, I am Penelope's dad, and we are going to start with some perspective lessons. So let's take a look at what we're going to be doing today. Oh, and that camera is working very good. So we're going to be drawing this kind of cool perspective castle. Maybe we'll put some people on it, something like that. And before we even begin, I have to say some stuff about Arts for the Schools. So I didn't want to memorize it. So I had Penelope say it for me, so we'll see if this works.
Arts for the Schools is a non-profit organization providing arts education to 10,000 students every year and providing access to cultural programming for the public. And now I'm dizzy.
Thank you, Penelope. And she didn't even fall down after spinning around all those times. She's very good at spinning around. So let's go ahead. I want to tell you a little bit about perspective before we begin. And fortunately, we're going to bring Penelope back again. She has done a little intro for us with her friend Aiden, and they're going to describe, they're going to give an example of perspective. So let's take a look at that. Okay, we've got Aiden and Penelope here, and they're practicing proper social distancing. Good job, guys. How you doing?
Hi.
All right. What we want you to do is run to the other end of this grass. Get ready and go. Nope, not far enough.
Is this far enough?
Nope, keep going. Perfect. Okay, so see how Aiden and Penelope started out 10 feet apart, and as they went back and back and back, they stayed 10 feet apart, but their lines sort of started to vanish into one single point. So that's kind of cool. This is called a vanishing point. So as things move away from us, they get smaller and they converge into a single point. So let's take a look. I want to look at this. So here we have a train track. And when we draw a train track, we don't just draw the tracks going straight back toward the horizon. We actually draw them with this kind of perspective view. So we draw just like that, all the way back until they kind of converge into a single point, and that's called our vanishing point. So this type of perspective art was made popular in the Renaissance. And if we look at a painting by Leonardo da Vinci here we go. This is called The Last Supper, and you can see all these lines that go back into one single vanishing point. And you can do fun stuff with this. You could like have these lines go back into a point underneath your name. Very cool. So what we're actually going to be doing is drawing something that uses two vanishing points on either side, because these things that we're going to be drawing aren't looking directly at us. We're going to be looking at the side of them. So what you're going to need before we begin is, let's get rid of this. We're going to need a straight edge. So make sure you have some sort of ruler or straight edge. If you don't have a straight edge, you could use something like a book. You know, you could just use the side of the book. This is a book by Mark Kistler, by the way, and he is my drawing mentor. He taught me how to draw in 3D. So the lesson we're going to do today comes from this book. Other things you could use, maybe, could you use this pine cone as a straight edge? Would this make a good straight edge? Let me try it. No, it's a terrible straight edge. So don't use pine cones as your straight edge. Use rulers or something else straight. So let's go ahead and begin. We're going to start with a warm-up drawing. And oh, good, I have a piece of paper here. And just a second, I'm just going to go into Zoom, just make sure there's no one waiting. Oh, just see there's a couple people. Just going to admit them. There they go, admit. There we go. Okay, so back to us. We're going to take a look at this piece of paper here. And what I want you to do is take your piece of paper, just place it flat on the table, and we're just going to draw a horizon line. Just across like this. Okay, I didn't draw it very dark, and I didn't even draw it very straight, apparently, but it's okay. We live in the mountains, and our horizon isn't used to being straight, so that's okay. Again, remember,
is this just a practice, or is it our...
This is just a practice exercise, so this is just our little warm-up exercise. We're going to do a different one after this, so you will need a second sheet of paper. So here we go. We've got this horizon. It doesn't have to be dark. Just draw it across the middle of the page. It's not important if it's perfect or not. And if you don't have a ruler, just draw it with your hands. It's totally fine. So let's take a look. We've got our little horizon. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take our ruler, place it straight up, and we're just going to, actually, let's put it up here. We're going to draw it up here. We're just going to draw a straight line, not very big, just like that. Doesn't matter if it's right there. It could be over here. It could be longer than this. It could be shorter than this. It really doesn't matter. So now here's the important part. At either end of this horizon line, we're gonna make a little X. See the little X right there? And another X right here. These are our two vanishing points. And these are gonna help us make some cool perspective drawings. So make sure you've got those down. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna line our ruler up with our vanishing point or our book or our pine cone, like so. If you do use the pine cone, it's not gonna come out great. I mean, there's no wrong way to draw, but the pine cone might be close to it. So here we go. See, I've got the bottom of this line lined up with our vanishing point, and I'm just gonna do a light line all the way across. That's all I did. I didn't make it dark, I just made it kind of light. And I'm gonna do the same thing at the top, just like so. Again, this is just our warm-up drawing, so don't worry about getting this perfect. This is just to warm up to see how this is gonna work. So now I've got this big line here, and I've got these two lines going to our vanishing point, and I'm gonna say, okay, I want the edge of this cube to be right there. And I can darken these if I want. I can use the ruler, or I could just, you know, carefully do it by hand. It's just a warm-up drawing, so it's not that important.
For a minute?
Yeah, we'll slow down a little bit. So again,
I need a bigger ruler.
we've got a line here, and we're just going to, we're just drawing to the vanishing point.
So we can see it more?
What's that?
Is there a way you can make it where we can see it more?
Yeah, we can zoom in a little bit. Boom, just like that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So here we go. We've got this kind of cool square going off into the distance. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this corner here and we're gonna do a light line just like that. Check that out. And now we're gonna go up to the top. I'm gonna line this up with the vanishing point and do the same thing, just like so. And now we have to decide, where do we want this to end? And I say, it could be anywhere. It could be down here, it could be up here. I'm just picking a random spot. I'm saying the edge of it is right here, and I'm making a nice dark line, just like that. And I'm just gonna darken in these lines. Can you slow down? Yeah, I'll slow down a little bit. So I'm just gonna slowly darken this line, just like so. I'm gonna slowly darken this line just like so. So now we've got two sides of a cube. And just remember, if it's not coming out perfect, doesn't matter, just have fun. We're just doing a warm up. It doesn't matter what this is gonna look like. We're just getting our hands kind of warmed up. Shake them out. Penelope, come here and do a handshake for me. Can you do a handshake, Penelope? Here she comes. Oh, she just came out of her bedroom. She's coming in my door. And let's get a full-on handshake. Let's see it. Handshake. Yeah. Yeah, good shaking. Oh, okay. That's good. That's enough shaking. All right. That's good. I might not ask for that again. Let's see. Okay, back to our drawing here. Thanks, Penelope. She's just next door. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the bottom of this cube and we're going to line it up with our vanishing point and go. And the noise is optional. You can make it or not make it, totally up to you. And then we're gonna take this one and we're gonna go, boop, 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 and I'm making it dark because I know it's gonna end right where it intersects this line, just like so. Look at this one, I must have done this one by hand, it's so wavy. Okay, and then we're gonna darken this up. Boop, 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 boop. Look at that, we've got like this cool cube that could continue going off into the infinite distance, but it doesn't, it ends right there. All right, let's do one more before we start on our drawing. This is gonna be a quick one. We're gonna do one that crosses the horizon line. So in this case, I just wanna make a line, doesn't matter how long it is, how short it is, but I want it to cross the horizon line. And again, you don't have to use a ruler, you could just draw it by hand. The ruler is helpful for aiming at these vanishing points, so we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go like so. And same with the top. All right, so here we go. Back to our drawing here. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side, bottom line, line it up. And this top one too. So there we go. We've got this line. We've got the top going to the vanishing point on either side. We've got the bottom going to the vanishing point on either side. And now we just have to choose where this is going to end. I'm going to end this one right here. I'm not even using a ruler. I'm crazy. I'm going to end this one right here. I'm just choosing at random. You choose where you want it to end. It's fine. I'm not going to judge you. And I'm going to darken this end. Dark, 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 dark. Darken this end. Dark, 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 dark. It's important that you make sounds as you draw. Dark, 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 dark. And dark, 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 dark. So here, look at that. We've got 2 different cubes in 2 different areas. One crossing the horizon line, one on top of the horizon line. We could draw another one down here. It's actually fun to keep drawing these, and you have all these like cubes. You can make them overlap and do all sorts of stuff. But we're gonna move on to our main drawing. So what I want you to do is get rid of that warm up. We warmed up, we shook our hands out, we're looking good. What I'm gonna do here is draw a horizon line again across the middle of the paper. Oh, and look at that. That means that my camera just, oh, it's back again. Good, all right. Well, at least when things break, they fix themselves sometimes. All right, so we've got this piece of paper with a horizon line going across it. Ooh, it just barely fits on the screen. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit more. There we go. You all tell me if we need to zoom in a little bit though, okay? And I'm gonna put our 2 X's on either side of the horizon line. This is cool. This is gonna be our awesome castle. Maybe we'll have some guest stars in the castle too, we'll see. Okay, so we've got our horizon line, got our vanishing points on either side. That's all you need to have right now. If you've done that, you've done it perfectly. Yeah, if you haven't done that, it's okay. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with our pillar. This is our pillar that's gonna be supporting our castle. So I'm just gonna draw a line like this right down the middle of the page. So we've just got this small vertical line just like so. And I'm going to do the same thing. You know the drill by now. We're gonna just connect these. So I'll try to come up with a new noise for that. All right, so now we're gonna, like so. Let's do the same thing to the other vanishing point. And this one too. All right, I was gonna come up with the new noise, wasn't I? Here we go, new noise for this one. That was not, I don't know, that noise really doesn't work well for what I'm doing. Let's draw a straight line down here for the side of the pillar and another straight line right here for this side of the pillar. There we go. So this is what you should have so far. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit just so you can see that. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm just gonna darken these lines. I'm gonna do it by hand because I'm feeling reckless. Look at this. Oh yeah, feeling good about that. I'll bring that up a little bit. I wasn't perfect, it's okay. Don't have to be perfect, right? You just have to have fun. All right, so now we've got this cool pillar and now we need a base for our castle. So just underneath this, I'm gonna-
Can you slow down a little bit?
Yeah, we can slow down a little bit. So just make sure you have your line. Got it going out to your vanishing points on either side, and then darken in areas you want to keep or not. I like to darken them in because it helps you see them a little bit more, but you do what you want to do. Okay, it's okay. All right. Oh, I didn't mean to have me in the corner. Let's get rid of me. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to draw our base. We're going to just draw a nice, easy line. Just I know it's going to end like kind of under here, so that's as far as I'm going to go. And I'm going to do the other side. Now, I kind of want this line, I want the lines to intersect underneath this little corner right here. So let's do that. And I did it kind of light. All right, so check this out. See how I made the lines cross underneath here? Now, they don't have to cross. Like, I didn't even line it up exactly. It's not perfect. If I were, if I were really working on it, I'd line it right underneath there, but it's not important. It's off a little bit, so what? Okay, so now we need the edges of this thing, the edges of our base. Oh, wait, actually, we need the bottom of our base. So let's just draw another one. And actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw my vertical right there. Sorry, I forgot that. I forgot something. But see how this vertical connects these two vanishing point lines, just like so? And I bet you know what's next. That's right, we're gonna connect these bad boys. See, I did come up with a new sound, and I think it works. I think it works okay. All right, the base is gonna be big, so I'm gonna draw this like way out here, and one out here. So check that out. We've got 3 sides here, 3 corners. Middle corner, got a corner on the left, we've got a corner on the right, and we have these vanishing points to line everything up. All right, so here we go. We've got the 3 vertical lines. And now we need to draw the top of this base. So we're going to use our vanishing point. We're going to draw from the top of this line. And I'm going to make it dark. It's just going to go right to the edge of this guy. We're going to do the same thing over here. Line this side up with the vanishing point. And do that. And go bow, bow. Look at that. I'm gonna just darken these in, and I'm doing it by hand because I'm crazy.
Can you slow down?
I will slow down just a little bit, absolutely. I'm gonna darken this one on too. No, let's see, a new noise for this one. Maybe kind of a bow, 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 bow. Oh wow, that was really off. But look at this, I have, oh, this is not a good eraser. Look at this. Where's that camera? I don't know. It's just a bad eraser. Here we go. I should have checked these pencils before I began. Penelope had a horse pencil. Let me see. Let me get a different eraser. Luckily, I always keep a few extra pencils. So let's see. I'm just not super pleased with my hand-drawn line, and I'm going to erase it. And maybe, maybe I was getting a little too reckless. I'm just going to use the ruler this time. Well, again, not perfect, but hey, we're just having some fun, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna darken in these lines on the bottom too. Not important. If you don't have time to do it, don't worry about it. Did this one. I think it was the noise, the bounded to bounded, that made the line go all over the place. It wasn't my hand. It was the weird noise that I made. That was definitely the problem. Okay, so we've got this base, and now we want a second, even larger base below it. So let's go ahead. We're gonna draw another line, just like so. Same thing on the other side. And we're trying to line it up right underneath this one if we can. That was like a train. And again, underneath it, we need the actual base part of the base. So another one right underneath it. Draw our vertical.
Can you slow down?
Yes, I will slow down. Sorry about that. And I'm going to line up. And I'm just going to line this up too, like so. And this base is going to be really big. So we've got this line under here with 2 more vanishing points. And just a reminder, if you're on Zoom or if you're on Google Meet, to mute your microphone if you please. I'm just gonna draw a line down here. This is the side of my base, and right over here, side of the base. So check that out. And then I'm just gonna darken these lines up. I'm feeling lucky again. I'm doing it by hand. Darkening these, oh, why do I trust myself? Look at that, it's all over the place. It's okay, I'm okay with it. Okay. Connect that one. And I'm gonna use the ruler this time. I'm learning my lesson, I guess. It's so much easier too with the ruler. And I can make whatever noise I want and it doesn't throw me off. Watch this. This is gonna be a crazy noise. There you go. All right, that's good. Okay, and now, so we've got this the front of the base down here, and now we connect. Let's connect the top of our base. So we're gonna take this corner right up here, and we're gonna connect it to that far away vanishing point. Bow. Whoa. And same thing on this corner over here. That's kind of a, I don't know about that noise. I'll have to have Penelope tell me afterwards which noises work and which ones don't. Bow. Look at that. We've got our base done. We'll zoom in a little bit. Bow. That's the bow zoom in noise. Okay, so now what we need to do is create a cool top to this castle. A really cool top. So we've done the boring base.
Can you wait?
Yeah, I can wait a little bit. So we've done the boring base. And you know what? While we're waiting, I'm just gonna draw like a person down here, like waiting, like with really long hair. Look at how long my hair is. You don't have to draw. Oh, thanks. Penelope brought me a new pencil. It's a pink pencil. And it's a Ticonderoga, so it's a good one. I'm gonna switch over to the pink pencil. Thanks, Penelope. And I'm gonna make this Penelope. So she's got a little bow on her head. And you don't have to draw this person. You know, finish drawing your other stuff. And if you have time, draw this. And she's saying, hey.
Are we going to erase the baselines?
You can.
The line?
You can erase these baselines if you want. You can just go through and go, I don't like these extra lines here. This is not good. But, you know, you can leave them, whatever you want to do. You can say like, oh, look at all this extra stuff. We're not going to do it in this lesson, but afterwards, if you want to go through and erase some of these extra lines and clean it up a little bit, it makes it look a little nicer. So feel free to do that. Take this guy away and this guy away. But really, don't worry about it. You can do it. You can do it afterwards. You can do it while you're working on it if you're ahead, whatever you like. You can draw these extra little people. I probably should have erased these baselines before I drew Penelope here. This is a pretty good Penelope. I mean, the hair's not exactly like hers, but it's close. Right, Penelope? She just said, eh. Okay, let's get back to our drawing. There we go. So we're gonna draw a cool top to this bad boy. We need an awesome top. So we're gonna draw some lines up here like this. And wow, what did I do there? Okay, so we want it to kind of line up above this point right here, if we can. No biggie if we can. And we'll just do that. So check that out. I didn't even come close. Okay, so there, we've got these lines coming out like that. And now, this is where it gets a little tricky, okay? We're gonna do another one on top of it. We're gonna leave lots of space here, okay? And actually, before we do that, because I keep forgetting to do it, we're gonna draw our vertical line. Okay, look, I'm just doing it by hand. You can use a ruler, or you can just do it by hand, but just remember, we need some vanishing points. We need to draw that vertical line, just like that. Okay, this is gonna get a little tricky, so hold on tight. What we're gonna do is we're gonna complete our vanishing point. Cool. And let's complete our other one. Line it up. Sure not to hit Penelope on the head. Ow, stop hitting me on the, ow, ow, Dad, stop it, you're hitting me on the head. Should never do that. That's a terrible thing to do. Okay, here we go. Connect this. Just like that. So check that out. We're getting a really good top, but we're gonna make it cool now. So what we wanna do is I'm gonna put a little dot right in the middle here, right there. See that little dot? And I want to draw another line between these two. Meow, meow. And one right here. There we go. Woof, 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 woof. Okay, you're probably wondering, why'd you do that, Doug? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to draw a vertical line across these two lines and another one over here. Now here's where it gets a little interesting. We're gonna make some of those castle things. You know those castle things? You probably don't know what I'm talking about. You know, castle things. You can see, you'll see some castle things in just a second. Stand by. What I want you to do is draw.
I know what you're talking about. Oh, the turret.
Is it a turret? No, I don't know. I don't know. Penelope's screaming, yeah. We'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna draw 4 vertical lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if for some reason your spacing's like way off, don't worry about it, but just draw an even number of lines. So don't draw 5 and don't draw 3. I want you to draw an even number. So like 4 or 6 or pine cone would work as well. All right, let's get back to it. Enough of the pine cones. So here's what we do. We're gonna connect these top 2, just like this. Make them nice and dark. And then we're gonna go down and connect this one. See what I did there? And now we go up and connect this one. And then down and connect this one. And then up and connect this one. And yeah, why not? Let's erase some of the extra lines in there. Look at that. We've got these thingies that may or may not be called turrets. Let's do the same thing over here. Connecting the top, connecting the bottom, connecting the top, connecting the bottom, and connecting the top. Like it. Okay, so now what we do to make these things a little more three-dimensional is we go up to the edge. We're gonna go to this little corner right here and we're gonna connect it with our vanishing point. Penelope, this is a nice pencil. I like this. It's drawing really well. So here we go. We're gonna take our corner and we're gonna make this dark. We're just gonna go, and we're only gonna go till we hit this line here. So check that out. We've got like this cool 3D look now. Same thing on this one. Just like so. And then we'll connect the other 2. So on this side, we're gonna connect this corner to this vanishing point over here. Here we go. And here we go. Okay, so we've got this kind of three-dimensional look, and I'm going to darken the bottom here. I'm doing it by hand again. Okay, that worked. I think that's the sound that makes it work, although I don't want to do that one again. Here we go. We're going to darken this one now. There we go. Okay. So now, what do we do about the bottom? It looks like it's just floating in space, so we need to connect it. So we're going to grab this corner right here, and we're going to connect it to this vanishing point right over here. Are you ready? Here it goes. Same thing on this side. This corner gets connected to this vanishing point. Let's do it. We're getting close to being done with this guy. Okay, looking good. Okay, so now we need a top for this castle, some grand top. And I'm just gonna draw a straight line. I'm not even gonna line it up. Yeah, I can wait a little bit. In fact, what we can do is erase some of these extra little things. Again, not important that you erase the extra bits. I'm actually gonna draw a guy kind of sitting up here. His legs are hanging off. There's his shoes. He's got a body. I didn't say I could draw people. And who is this? This is someone oh, Penelope says that's Aiden. Okay. Oh, it's Ethan. It's Ethan. Okay, so Ethan's up here and he's saying Penelope, Penelope, let up your hair. Well, they really should have been reversed. I mean, Penelope should have been up here and he should have been down there so she could let down her hair. Ethan, I don't know how you expect Penelope to let her hair up. That doesn't make, that just does, it's not, I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Toss it up like it's a baseball.
Toss it up like, yeah, Penelope, just ball it up in your hands and throw it up there. Okay, so now I'm just gonna draw a straight line. Look, it's not even lined up with any of these other ones. It doesn't matter too much. I'm just got a straight line like this, and I'm going to do my little connections. Here we go. Wow, it's really, it's barely a straight line. Here we go. And this is gonna be another pillar. So I'm just gonna draw, and like so, okay. So there we've got this pillar right there, and we're gonna draw the very last part. Here we go, the very last part. First off, we need a base for the last part. I'm running out of paper. I should not have made this thing so tall. Okay, so we're just gonna go like that. I'm just doing all the way the vanishing line, and wow, this is getting tall. And I was gonna put a flag on top of this castle, but I don't think there's any room to put a flag on top of this castle. This castle's going to the top of the paper. All right, so we're gonna do a little, like so. Okay, and then we draw our vertical right up like that. And now this is the only time we're gonna draw some diagonal lines that aren't connecting to the vanishing line. I wanna just like, I wanna have them end right there and right there, like it's a triangle on top of the tower. So I'm just drawing these little dots right there just to give me some guidance. I'm going to connect the dots to the top of the line, just like so. Same thing, right over here, just like so. And now all we need to do is make the bottom. So let's connect these guys. Whoop. And this guy. Whoop. And then I'm gonna darken it in.
Pause. Can you stop for a minute?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop for just a second. Let me show you what we're doing. We'll give you a really good close up here. Maybe, all right, here we go. Oh, there's Ethan right there. Ethan's hair is getting long because he hasn't been able to get a haircut in a while. Well, maybe his mom's giving him a haircut. I have not gotten a haircut in quite a long time. And look, it starts to make these little wings in the back, and Penelope can start to braid them in probably another couple weeks. So we'll see how that turns out. Penelope, you're gonna braid my hair? Oh, here she comes. I think she's coming to actually start braiding my hair. Let's see.
My castle is stubby.
Oh, Penelope brought her castle. Let's take a look at Penelope's castle. Oh, it's looking good. I like it. Everybody's castle is going to be different. This is neat.
My castle has no room.
I love it. Yeah, you have no room to put that top up there, but you can put people up there kind of looking over. That looks good, Penelope. Nice job. Hey, you took my pink pencil.
Fine.
Oh, all right, I get it back. Okay, so here we go. We've got our top here. And the last thing I think I want to do is shade this castle. So we're just going to make a light source right up here. I'm gonna draw a sun up here. Oh, we're not going to do the whole. So I've got a light source right up here, and everything that's on the other side of this light source, I'm going to shade a little bit. So I'm going to turn my pencil on its side here and give it a nice shade. And I didn't really darken these, did I? There we go. I'm just going to shade this in. Everything that's on the bottom gets kind of shaded. Shade this side. This pencil does not shade as well as I thought it would. I'll tell you that though.
I'm gonna get a good pencil for shading.
Nah, I can deal with this.
Pencil.
There we go. Shade, shade, shade. Shade, shade, shade. My friend Mark Kissler used to always sing a shading song with shade, shade, shade. We love to shade. We shade the underside because the sun is on the top. Oh, Penelope brought me maybe a better shading pencil. We'll see. And this.
Is it better?
I'm going to switch back to Pinky. I call him Pinky.
Pinky.
Yeah. And we're going to shade that in just like that. And we need to shade this. Shade, shade, shade. We love to shade. Sounds a little more morose than I remember Mark singing it. Okay, and we shade this in just like so. And there we go. I think we're just about done there. We've got a nice little 3D castle. Your castles may vary. And that's it for today. Thanks for joining Arts for the Schools live art lesson. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time.